Good morning, everybody. It's September the 10th, Tuesday. I just had a panic because I was looking at my calendar. I have a calendar on my phone that I use, and it said that I had a conference this morning at 9 a.m. and I was like, what? And then I realized I was looking at the wrong day. Thank God. I was like freaking out. I'm vlogging today on my new camera. We're gonna see how that goes. It's way too heavy to mount in my car, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know how YouTubers do this, honestly, like real live YouTubers. I don't know how they do this, but that's okay. I'm gonna come on here and talk to you guys like this because I have been watching all this stuff and I keep thinking of things I want to talk about. So this morning I got up. I'm not really losing any weight. And I think it's my macros are off. So I'm really working on my, tweaking my macros and my calories and all of that. It's very interesting. But I did get on the scale this morning and I am down a couple of pounds. So, hey, that's progress. I think my body's very resistant, honestly, at this point. It's like, what have you done? So I'm just giving it a lot of time. I'm just giving the whole process a lot of time, and I'm being patient and not, jumping on and off of programs and freaking out. I'm just trying to make a sustainable lifestyle change and keep going. And this has been a long process, you guys. So I've just, I'm like praying for patience. Oh, I could have gone. Well, that guy's kind of, are you going right? What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Oh, you're not going right. Why do you put your blinker on if you're not going right? Sorry, you guys know I have to talk to everybody as I'm driving. So this morning I got up and I had, my coffee and decided to have breakfast this morning because I'm going to be out all day. So I had my little egg breakfast. I'll show you on the vlog. And then I brought myself a little lunch just in case I get hungry later. But I'm really not that hungry in the mornings. So I was watching Thomas DeLauer and he was talking about keto over 40, and he was saying it's a good idea to have like normal food days where you eat 3 meals if you're my age, and then have a prolonged fast day the next day, like kind of alternate. So I haven't really seen anybody do that that's actually like vlogging that, but that's what he recommends. I think the vloggers that I'm watching, they don't really do that. I've seen all kinds of things. I guess you just have to figure out what works and go with it. So I don't know what works. I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. I do know, though, that I watched a vlog with someone who's lost over 100 pounds, and she was talking about food addiction and this whole idea of permission. And I never really thought of it like this, but she's trying to maintain her loss, and she's talking about like giving herself permission. And you guys know in life, like, we stop ourselves from doing a lot of things. I mean, think of all the temptations that you have in life. We don't shoplift, we don't cheat, we don't steal. Those things are out there, but we don't give ourselves permission to do that. And it's interesting if you think of food in that context. There's so many foods that right now I am not giving myself permission to eat. And the reality is I have that choice. I can eat it if I want to eat it, and I have free will and the option is there. But at this point, I, am withholding permission. And that's okay if I can reframe it and think about that, because here's the thing with me, my little inner child is all about pushing and wanting, permission to go off of plan. right now it's not craving based, it's more like emotion based. Like my patience level right now with wanting results because I'm doing the hard work is a temptation for me. And it's like, I should just forget this whole thing. Even though I feel great, my cravings are gone, I have more energy, I like what I'm eating, I don't, I'm not obsessing as much, all of that stuff. There's still that little voice in my head of that person who has an issue with food, and she's like, hey, hello, may I have permission? And I'm like, no, we've taken that privilege away for right now. So like last night, we have this cheesecake. My husband made this cheesecake, and it is extremely rich. I think this is part of the reason why I'm not really losing are the goodies. I think I've talked about that. So we have a cheesecake in the refrigerator, and it's 600 calories a slice, you guys. 600 calories a slice. And yes, it's keto friendly, it's low carb, blah, blah, blah. But it really is like, if you're going to have it, you don't need to have anything else for that meal. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be in addition to. And I have withdrawn permission. I've had it. I've had a couple slices of it over the weekend. I think that's why I haven't been losing anything, because that was in conjunction with other things that I ate and all of that good stuff. And I think for me, calories do count. So I know a lot of people can do keto and not count calories. I must be very insulin resistant or something, because for me, I have to watch my calories as well. And when I get into the 2,000 range on keto, I maintain. If I'm 2,000 range on freestyle, I gain. So if it's carb related, I go up. If it's keto, I seem to be just staying the same or going down in very small increments, which is fine. So if you kind of reframe that and say, I have a choice and I've withdrawn permission, and we have this discipline that we are instilling in ourselves, it seems a lot more doable. Like if you can ask yourself before you reach in the cookie jar, do I have permission for that right now? Number one, is this my food? Is this food that I want to be eating, that will have like the best outcomes for me? And that's the other thing I got from Bright Line Eating, was the whole idea of not my food. That this is food, yes, but it's not my food. And asking yourself that, and then secondly, have I given myself permission to eat this? Because once you give yourself permission to go off plan or eat something that's not your food, it's very easy to continue doing that. And it's very hard to withdraw that again. So right now, I've given myself permission to eat all of these wonderful things that are on keto, all of these wonderful veggies and healthy fats and meats and things like that. But I'm withdrawing permission on the treats because they don't serve me at this point. I'm not overeating the treats. It's not like I'm going to eat like a bucket of keto cookies. It's that they really do kind of stall me out. And I should be eating healthier things than, like for dinner, I shouldn't be choosing a piece of keto cheesecake over a wonderful dinner of, like we had filet mignon last week with, cauliflower, mashed potatoes, and asparagus, and coconut oil, and, all those yummy things. And that's, kind of in line with a piece of cheesecake. Either or. Eat this, not that. You guys know that. That's just kind of what I'm thinking about. I think that really hit home. She mentioned a couple of podcasts that she listens to from people that have food addictions. And that's where she got those ideas from. I don't remember the name of the podcast or the physician that was talking about that. But I thought that was kind of a cool way to reframe it for myself. I don't know if that's useful for you guys out there. But it's always nice to have a list of things that are on your permission slip. Right now I have a list. Actually, it's a list that my friend from church just sent me. And it is a really nice little keto list. I'll go post it over on Instagram for you guys. My Instagram is NSForNurse17. I'll go post that over there so you guys can see the little keto list of like permissible foods. And it's all what you can eat. It's not focused on what you can't. And that's the other thing, is whatever plan you're on, let's look at the positives here. What can we eat? What do we have permission to eat? What is our food? And if we can look at all of the wonderful things, like I think about, you know, people that are doing freestyle out there, or Weight Watchers, you know, you have a 200 item list of 0 point foods that you can eat. So why not focus on those and not, I remember going to meetings and people getting really hung up on what they can't eat and what isn't on the list. And we need to flip that to the glass is half full and not so negative. Like, just be more positive about the whole thing. And I have a list of things that I have permission to eat. They are my foods. They're things I enjoy. And I'm going to just enjoy the process. So that's sort of my thoughts for the morning, as we all kind of recommit ourselves every morning and stay centered and get our motivation from other people in this wonderful community that we have. I would encourage you to seek out people that are doing similar programs or that are also trying to get healthier, people that motivate you and inspire you. That's what I'm doing. And there's always sources of new motivation and new inspiration, and people that have like just wonderful wisdom. The people that I'm watching right now, sorry, my lips are really dry. The people that I'm watching right now, most of them are in maintenance, and man, maintenance just seems like a beast. And for me, it's just like getting the weight off just seems like such a issue. And then I see all of these people that got the weight off kind of easily, sort of. I mean, you know, it's a battle, but, you know, got it off. And now maintenance is just an everyday commitment and an everyday work. And I know you guys, I have a lot of subscribers out there in maintenance, and you guys have told me that this is it's a for life work, battle, struggle, whatever you want to call it, cross, you know. I think for me it's a cross, and something that is just so frustrating that it can really just derail me into a place that is not healthy for me. So, you know, I have to constantly be aware of what the real issue is for me, and it's very, very much spiritually, emotionally, psychologically based. And it's a pain in the butt. That's all I know. It's a big old pain in the butt. So, moving forward, stay positive, you guys. Stay in orbit. I will see you all later. Thanks for watching and subscribing. If you're new to my channel, hi. Thank you for subscribing. And I try to post frequently during the week, a couple times at least, 2-3 times a week, and all kinds of things, from vlogs. Right now I'm on a vlog hiatus because I'm trying to figure out my equipment, and just sort of these little car chats that are kind of the things rattling around in my head. So say hi down below. I would love it if you would leave me a comment. And you can always hit the little thumbs up if you want. Let me know that you liked this video so I know what kind of videos to put out there for you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye!